Right, so next question we are looking at 7. And the question says, the following 5 numbers have a median of 6 and a range of 9. They are given in increasing order. Find the value of x and y. Okay, so the values we usually are, the questions we usually asked here is either mean, median, or mode. Okay, the median value we know is the middle value. Okay, so if we look here, low, high, low, high, the middle value is x, and we were told that the median is 6. So straight away we can say x is 6. So now if we write out our data again, 2, 2, 6, 7, y, the only piece of data we don't know is y. Now we're told then that the range is 9, and we know that the range is the lowest minus the highest value. So our highest minus lowest value. So the highest value here is y, the lowest value is 2, and we know that the range is 9. So y is equal to 9 plus 2, y is equal to 11. Okay, so now we have the values of all the numbers. The next question is a little bit trickier. It says the following 6 numbers have a median of 15, a mean of 18, and a range of 30. They are given in increasing order. Find the value of A, the value of B, and the value of C. So the first thing to look at, again, the easiest would be the median. So the median is the middle value. It's very hard to find the others, like finding the range when we don't have the highest or lowest value is very hard on its own. And to find the mean, then there are 3 values we don't know, so that makes that tricky. But the median we know is the middle value. So if I go lowest, highest, lowest, highest. Now in this case we have 2 middle values, and when we have 2 middle values we add them together and divide by 2, and we know the median is 15. So we should be able to find what B is. So using our cross multiplication, 14 plus B by 1 is 14 plus B. 2 by 15 is 30, which means B is equal to 30 minus 14. B is equal to 60. Okay, so easily enough we found out what B is. So now we'll write out our numbers again. A, 8, 14, B, 16, 26, and C. Now again, if you didn't have any clue what to do in this question, if you even made some sort of intelligent answer, like you know A is below 8, so if you wrote a number down for A that was lower than 8, you would get some marks. For B, you know it's a number between 14 and 26, so if you wrote down a number between 14 and 26, you might get some marks. And again, C is a number greater than 26, so if you wrote down any value greater than 26, you should get some marks. But let's try and be accurate and get the exact value. So now I'm going to use these pieces of data. Okay, I'm going to write the mean in terms of A and C, and then I'm going to write the range in terms of A and C, and then I might see what will happen. So to find the mean in terms of A and C, well, the mean is adding all the numbers together and dividing by the number of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that the mean is 18, so I'll make that equal 18. Then I'll simplify it, so add all the numbers. So A and C and 64, okay, is equal to 18. Sorry, divided by 6 equals 18. Now, I can't simplify this anymore, but I'm going to make this a fraction, and just like I've done in the previous few questions, I'm going to cross multiply. So now I know A plus C plus 64 multiplied by 1 is A plus C plus 64. And 18 multiplied by 6 is 108. So that then, A plus C is equal to 108 minus 64. A plus C is equal to 44. So now we have got one equation with 2 unknowns. Let's see, can I create another equation with two unknowns. I'm going to use the range. And very easily, if I look here, highest minus lowest equals 30. C minus A equals 30. So now that I know that, and I also know that A plus C is equal to 44, I can use a simultaneous equation to solve this. So I'm going to rewrite this equation here, and I'm going to say minus A plus C is equal to 30. I'm going to also write the other equation underneath it. A plus C is equal to 44. These are my two equations. Cancel the A's. So I'm left with C and C, which is 2C, is equal to 30 plus 44, which is 74. So if 2C is equal to 74, C is equal to 37. Now can I find what A is? Well, I know A plus C is equal to 44. So A plus 37 is equal to 44. A is equal to 44 minus 37. A is equal to 7. Okay, so now I know all the values. In this, it's 7, 8, 14, 16, 26, and 37. And my answer makes sense. The C is less than 8, or the A is less than 8, and this value here is more than 26. Okay? Question 2 then. Paul is raising money for a charity in his school. He organises a fun day where one of the games is played using the spinners and the rules shown below. So you've got two spinners. You pay €1 to play the game, and that's including you spin both spinners. You get the same number. If you get the same number of both spinners, you get €1 back. If you get a sum of 8 on the two spinners, you get €8 back. Now, complete the two-way table below to show the sum of the numbers on the spinners. So we're just going to fill in. You're adding here to here. So this is going to be 1 and 1, which is 2, 1 and 2, which is 3, 1 and 3, which is 4, 2 and 1, which is 3, 2 and 2, which is 4, 3 and 2, which is 5, 3 and 3, which is 6, 4 and 1, 5, 4 and 2, 6, 4 and 3, 7, 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 2, 7, 5 and 3, 8. Now, if you just look back at the odds here, it's saying if you get an 8 on the spinner, you get €8 back. But there's only one opportunity of getting an 8, and that's if you throw a 5 and a 3. Or if you spin a 5 and a 3. So, anyway, to go to the questions. Each outcome in the two-way table is equally likely. Find the probability that you get €8 back if you play the game once. So, you're only a chance of getting 8 once out of a total of 15. Okay. The next thing it says is 320 students play the game. Find the number of students you would expect to get €1 back. Okay. So you get €1 back if you get the same number on both spinners. Okay. So that's getting a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 2, or a 3 and a 3. So that's 3 out of 15. And how many? So that's the probability of getting your €1 back. But out of the 320 people who played the game, you have to multiply that probability by 320, and that gives you 64 students. The next part then says after 320 students have played the game, 74 students have got exactly €1 back. And Paul has made a profit of €10 from the game. Find the number of students who have got €8 back. So 320 students played at €1 each. That's €320. 74 students, they said, get their €1 back. So that you're taking 74 from that, which gives you 246. And then we know that Paul made a profit of €110. So we'll take that €110 away, and that leaves me with 136. Okay, so those of that €136 divided by 8 will tell you how many people got €8 back, and that gives you 17 people. Part E, Paul says that the probability of someone getting money back, so either a €1, €8, would decrease if you changed spinner B so that it went from 1 to 6 instead of 1 to 5 and kept the same rules. Is Paul correct? Okay. So the easiest way of figuring this out is by doing a two-way table, and it suggests that there in the questions, saying include two-way table. Okay, so we're going to change it, and we're going to look at spinner B here in the top, and it's saying spinner B goes from 1 to 6 now, so it initially went from 1 to 5, so we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And spinner B, let's change spinner B so that it went from 1 to 6, and spinner A goes from 1 to 5. It went from 1 to 3 before. So spinner A, and that's going to go 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. It says everything else is kept the same. Spinner A actually just goes to 3 again. Okay. So we're going to add the amount of outcomes. That gives you 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, 9. So the question says the probability of someone getting their money back would decrease if this new game was played. So if we look at here, getting your money back would be getting 1 and a 1, 2 and a 2, or 3 and a 3. And then it is also, or getting €8, you have 2 chances this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 out of a total of, this time, there's 18 possible outcomes. So 5 out of 18 in the new game, but before winning the probability was 4 out of 15. So 4 out of 15 is 0.266, 5 out of 18 is 0.28, so the answer is no. But adding the extra thing, it would not decrease the chances of you getting your money back. In fact, it's done the opposite. The probability of getting your money back has increased. Okay, then to go to question 3. Now, this was quite poorly answered by a lot of people. Okay. The question, first of all, says, the table on the right shows the percentage of female members of Parliament in each of the current 28 EU countries in 2005 and 2015. The figures are given in increasing order for each year. Find the value of the median and upper quartile for the 2015 data. Fill in your answers below. Okay, so to find the median, you're looking for the middle value. So again, not going to do all of this out again, but lowest, highest, lowest, highest. And you keep doing that, and you will get a middle value of 26. These will be your 2 middle values. You get 2 middle values, but adding 26 and 26 and dividing by 2 will just give you 26. So that's your median. Now, your upper quartile is 3/4 of the way up the data. Okay, how many numbers are there? There's 28 values in total. So 28 multiplied by 3/4 gives you 21. So we're looking for the 21st value, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and that gives you a value of 36. Explain what the value of the lower quartile of the 2015 data means in this context. So the lower quartile effectively is the median of the lower half of the data. So if the data was divided into two, it'll be the middle there. So it's the median of the lower data, or you could say 75% of the data lies above the lower quartile. So you can say it's the median of lower half of data, or you could say 75% or 3/4 of the data lies above the lower quartile. Lower quartile is 1/4 of the data. It's the quarter point of the data. So part C then, it says fill in the grouped frequency table in table 2 below. Okay, so you're grouping all the data, and this is for the percentage of females of Parliament in 2005 and 2015. So you have to count the data. So how many of the values in 2005 are between 0 and 9? Okay, and that answer is 2. How many is between 10 and 19? 10. How many is between 20 and 29? 8. How many is between 30 and 39? 7. How many is between 40 and 49? 1. Then with the 2015 data, it's 0, 7, 10, 8, 3. Now that's very easy. That's just reading from a table. The next thing it says, based on the data in table 2, use mid-interval values to estimate the mean percentage of female members of Parliament in 2005. So we're using the 2005 data. Now, to find the median or the mean using mid-interval values, these are your intervals. So you have to find the middle of the intervals. So what's the middle of 0 and 9? 4.5. What's the middle of 10 and 19? 14.5. 24.5. 34.5. And 44.5. Now, we're going to multiply these values by how often they occurred. So 4.5 occurred 2 times. 14.5 occurred 10 times. 24.5 occurred 8 times. 34.5 occurred 7 times. And 44.5 occurred once. That's all over your total number of values, which is 2 and 10 and 8 and 7 and 1. Okay, then to simplify this, it's 9, 145, 190, so yeah, 190, 241.5 and 44.5 divided by 28. So that's 636 divided by 28, which is 22.7142871. The question says, give your answer to one decimal place. So you write one number after the decimal, so you look at the second. If it's 5 or greater, this value increases, but it's less than 5, so it stays as it is. Part E then says, use mid-interval values from table 2. Tom estimates the mean, using mid-interval values from table 2, Tom estimates that the mean percentage of female members of Parliament in 2015 is 27%. Using the figures in table 1, the actual mean is 28.86. Explain why these two values are different. So the mean from the table, from table 2, uses estimated values, so mid-intervals. So we just use the middle of the intervals here. We estimated them, okay? Whereas that value there is the true mean, okay? So we used estimate 26.86 was found using true values, so all the correct values. Part 2. Write the error in Tom's estimate of the mean as a percentage of the actual mean. So the error, the difference between the two, was 27 minus 26.86. So 27 minus 26.86 gives me 0.14. So that was the difference between the two. So to find the error, the percentage error is the error over the true value or the correct value multiplied by 100. That gives me a value of 0.5212211,467. And again, we're asked to give that correct 2 decimal places. So you look at this time if it's 2 decimal places, you look at the third value after the decimal. It's less than 5, so these stay as they are. 0.52% of an error. Now it says display the data graphically in a way that allows you to compare the data for the 2 years. Label your graph clearly. Now, what would be a good idea to use here would be something like a trend graph. So I'm going to quickly just do one here. Okay, so you do a line here. You write all your values here. So let's see here. So between or if you use the mid intervals, you could say that's 4.5, that's 14.5, that's 24.5, that's 34.5, and 44.5. Okay, so those are your percentage of female members. Write exactly what each value is. Then up here you can do actual values and then just dot them and you're able to compare them. Now I might do this question in class so it will make clearer sense. Okay.